So first up is your ebook. It's called an EPUB file. I used a tool called Codabay. And I used that because it was recommended to me and it seemed fine. I can't recommend it, and here's why. Lots of issues. One, there isn't a search. So when you go to do a search of a word, you have to search in each chapter, or at least if there is, I couldn't find it. And I used this tool for months. Then let's see, I'm looking at my list. There were these weird language errors when I've extracted and exported the file. So when I went to upload my file to, all the platforms, I kept getting this weird error message. I couldn't figure it out. I ended up paying somebody on Fiverr to fix the file for me. So at the end of all of that work, I could export the EPUB file from the tool, but then I had to get it cleaned before I could use it. A couple of other things that went wrong. That tool does allow you to export a Word version. So if you make a correction inside the Codabay software, you can export it. Made that mistake, and then my Word wouldn't export. So I couldn't get any of my changes that I did in there out. Now, in theory, you wouldn't be doing that. But again, first timers, I found something and I'm like, oh, let me just fix it in here. I'll export it and then use the EPUB file to then go over to print, because I published my ebook first. So that's what I was working on and where I was in and where my focus point was. So I wanted to do the EPUB file first, extract it, and then move over to print. That didn't work. So what I ended up having to do, I can't even begin to calculate the hours on this one. The changes I had made in the Codabay, I then had to go literally line by line and figure out, because I didn't remember what they were and I couldn't get it extracted. So I had to update manually over on my Word doc. Nightmare is all I can say, which is why I'm doing these videos for you. So what's the lesson on that one? Do not do any edits if you use this tool inside the tool, or any tool actually for that matter. Make sure all your edits go to your Word document, make the edits on the Word doc, track your changes, and then go from there. If you're using a tool where you're uploading that Word doc, then you just upload the new one. But come back to home base. Any updates you make, come back to your master Word doc for that. So that's that lesson. Also, save often is another note I had just realized I forgot to mention, because there were little glitches where I don't know, something happened and it didn't save. So like my formatting and whatnot. If you do use this, what was decent, I guess you could say, was placement of the photos within the text, so that I could easily control where the photos went inside, because I did my photos differently. I placed my photos all throughout the book. So I didn't have these 4 or 5 pages in the center of all photos. I put the photo where the text was talking about it. So as you go through, every chapter has, 4 or 5 photos in it. I didn't do it in that compact area, and that does make a huge difference, especially for ebook, because things move, and also things move because of different devices. So a little trickier for the photos in the ebook for that formatting. So another thing to keep in mind too, right? The size of your photos, you want to make them a little bit smaller, because people are going to be looking at that on their phone, perhaps, not just, a big iPad. So you want to make sure that your photos aren't going to take up the full screen of a phone. They want to be smaller, but yet they don't want to be too small. So it's very tricky. And another item of the ebook file creation nightmare that I had. Ebook, you might just want to let somebody do it for you. Up to you, of course, but if I was doing this again, I would never try to touch an EPUB file ever again. I'm just going to pay for it. That's my experience, and that's what I recommend.